This is a little one for PP. Just going to highlight them stupid, immature comments that you put in my comment section, and tell you a few home truths. So you say I play on the sympathy vote and talk, you're like fascinated about my past and all this lot of shit. I don't know what it is, going on about, shit like I play for the sympathy vote, and I want people to feel sorry for me and all this lot. I don't know where you get that idea from. Because, I make videos every single day talking about the shit that happened to me as a young'un. I make videos every day begging the public to pay me and feel sorry for me. Begging them, telling them how bad my mental health issues are every day. Give up with your sen, man. Do you know, if that's the best you can come with, you need to get your sen back to the drawing board. Talking about I look like Paul Ellis and I've got a crater face. Don't get me wrong, mate. I've got a few dints and shit on my face and lumps and that, mate. But I won't say crater face. It's a bit far-fetched, that shit, innit? And turning around saying I need plastic surgery. I think, how old are you? You're a 50-odd-year-old bloke talking like a 15-year-old child. Think it's time to grow up, old man, isn't it? You see, I used to think you were alright, me, and I used to feel sorry for you, as you know, because I've said this already. When you ran hanging around with fighting trolls, I used to think you had respect. Unfortunately, fighting trolls came with his own trolls, namely Fighting Irish, and he ripped your name through the dirt, mate. And he had his supporters as well who supported him, calling you a crackhead, a smackhead, a paedophile, a nonce. You name it, mate, they were calling you it. And what did you do about it? You did fuck all, mate. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be a man and all this lot. Instead, you started making videos, near enough crying about, oh, I don't know why people troll each other, and all this lot of crap. But then, fast forward a month, and you're making stupid, YouTube videos with that face at bollocks, trolling people. And I thought to myself, what the fuck? That's when I knew you were a bit of a fucking idiot. You say, oh, I tried to help Paul and all this lot of stuff. How did you try and help Paul, mate, when you just left him high and dry? First opportunity given, you jumped tracks, trying to lick Fighting Irish's fucking arse up his ooter, mate, so he went on your back. To be fair, mate, I'm glad he rips you a new arsehole, because in my opinion, I see it now. I see why people don't really like you, mate, because you're a snake. You're slithering through the fucking grass, mate, with your fucking many faces. I wouldn't even call you two-faced, mate. I call you ten-faced, because that's what you are. You're so, oh, mate, it's unbelievable. You will happily sit there, mate, you know what I mean, and listen to a friend of yours get ripped to death, do nothing about it, and then go and sit with that friend, acting like nothing's fucking happened, mate. You're like a bad smell, jumping from live to live, trying to slither in there. Like a bad smell. People want to get rid of that bad smell, but they can't get rid of it. That's you, mate. Coming on here talking shit like, I don't get it. How the fuck can we look up to the older generation when, some people are like you? You know what I mean? Absolutely immature, mate. It's about time you sort your fucking nut out. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to come on here and start shouting and bawling because you're an old man. Do you know what I mean? I don't even really want to be arguing with an old man. But the fact that, you've been so immature and coming out with this utter nonsense, I mean, I wouldn't mind if it was more constructive and more factual. But it's just utter shit. You can say what you want about me, old man. I'm 29-year-old. Yeah, I am 29. It may be hard to fucking, grasp, may look older. But, when you've lived the shit I've been through, you start to understand. But I couldn't give a fuck for anything, really, other than my kids. Do I thought I'd highlight, the comments, because that's what I'm entitled to do. If you don't like my opinion or the things that I say on YouTube, nobody's forcing you, no one's gripping your head and holding you to the screen. Don't watch me, mate. I don't watch you no more, and I don't listen to the shit you fucking say. Trust me on that, mate. I used to, when you were going on about fishing, this, that, the other, it seemed interesting. Topics that I'm pretty interested in. But it soon, came to my attention, really, that wasn't the case. You just wanted to be part of the cool kids, and you'll do anything possible to be part of that shit, no matter how snaky and slivery you've got to be. I don't need to say any more on the subject. It is what it is. I do need to quickly say, look, I did get it wrong with Hector, and personally I need to make a video highlighting that, basically apologising. So I will do that in the next couple of days when I get a chance to. I've just been a little bit busy lately, but I thought I'd highlight this one. Listen, I called you a snake, PP, because it's true 100%, mate. You you make your bed, you lie in it. Everything you do has consequences on people's perspective of yourself. And everything I've seen up until now, like I say, at first I thought you were sound. But, as soon as I seen you were just a troll like the rest, I thought, yeah, I can't take you seriously. Like I say, people like you, we're supposed to look up to, teach us a little bit about life and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it seems to me that a lot of this older generation can't even tell the difference between their asses and their elbows. They ain't grown up. Do you know what I mean? We're fucking doomed, really. But, yeah, anyway, enough of me fucking babbling on. Cheers for listening. PB.